Here's the latest we have on Hurricane Beryl. It's been really interesting to watch this hurricane because it was weakening here over the Caribbean. It did brush near Jamaica. It stayed pretty much to the south of the Cayman Islands, and it became a Category 2 storm. But we got a new update later on Friday night that it's now back up to 115-mile-an-hour winds, which is a Category 3. You can see how the number changes right here at the end, and that is a major hurricane, and this is going to be approaching here the Yucatan Peninsula, where they are having hurricane warnings. It does include Cancun and Cozumel and moves on down to the south there. So we'll keep a close eye on this system as it moves into the Yucatan. Here's the latest track we have. Again, a Category 3, back up to a 3. Max winds 115 miles an hour, moving to the west at 16 miles an hour. So it's expected to move in during the early morning hours here, pretty much on Friday there in the Yucatan. And then once it encounters land for a while, it's going to go back to a tropical storm and then re-emerge back in the southern Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm, most likely becoming a hurricane again as it nears the Texas and Mexico border right here. That's going to be later in the day from Saturday into Sunday during the weekend. We would potentially have that additional landfall here. So here's a look at those spaghetti model plots, and the spaghetti models are pretty much consistent with what the National Hurricane Center is talking about too. Pretty much most of the models are taking it in along that same track. We did have a couple of outliers that were trying to curve it up to the north, but now looks like all the models are being pretty consistent with bringing it in there to the northern parts of Mexico there, the northeastern parts, and maybe even parts of South Texas over the weekend. There is another system that we're watching that's been kind of moving behind Beryl, pretty much on a very similar path there, but it's pretty much just a disorganized area of showers. It has a 0% chance of developing into a depression or a storm over the next 2 days, and only a 10% chance over the next 7 days. But this is something that we'll keep watching as the system progresses through the Caribbean.